there for them. Another leadership quality, confidence. It's very important. If you have to lead people, you have to ensure that you yourself, you're showing confidence, and you're standing, and you're also a rugged fighter, and you're not giving up. And we've seen examples from our leaders, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, and also His Excellency Madam Kwankwaso. We've seen them, they're dogged. And I must say to you, sir, Madam Buba Ganadim, thank you for always being there. Thank you for being a voice. Thank you for speaking. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you look as if you're mad when you're speaking. They have those voices. And sometimes, yeah, we all make mistakes. And sometimes, yeah, people wouldn't understand what you're saying. But steadfastness is very important. Have that confidence to stay on and not just move on just like that. Sometimes when everybody is going one way, it takes courage to go the other way. And one of the qualities that you must imbibe as a leader is that of a courage, because sometimes you'll be called upon to decide and whether you stand for something or you fall for nothing. And that's where courage comes in. Because if you're not courageous for your people, then you will not be able to do anything. And you will be someone who will be buffered by the wind all over the place. So courage is very important. Inspiration. Are you someone that when people see you, they know that they cannot only have trust in you, that they can aspire to be like you? And then to not say something that if you want to set a goal, you should set a big enough goal so that in the process of achieving that goal, you become somebody worth becoming. So ask yourself, are you inspiring? Are you even inspiring yourself? Are you inspiring the next generation? Do they look at you and they want to just be you, or be greater than you, or achieve those things that you have done? I have always said this, and I'm going to say to every one of us here, that if after 100 years, they do not remember what you did in office, they do not remember how you stood for Nigeria, they do not remember how you fought, then will your time in office really be worth it? We shouldn't just say, oh, I'm just better than the other person. Oh, I just provided. No, I just provided school. Nigeria, we should go beyond that. I want to see a Nigeria where we're fighting for the rights of animals. When people are coming out and saying, do not cut this tree, rather than fighting for people to be allowed to live. There are so many qualities, but I think let me not go too much and take over too much, because I tend to talk. People always say to me, I say it's a God-given grace. I can talk for Africa. For the next 12 hours without paper, I can talk. But if you tell me to write what I'm just saying, I can spend the next 10 hours. I've not done one page. Everyone has his own gift. The next thing I'm going to talk about is loyalty. Loyalty. You know, when I was in a certain party, my first political party, one of the things that I heard a lot from some people was that, Aisha, your loyalty will be tested. And I always say to them, my loyalty will not be tested because you all know I am people-nized. And that was for period. It didn't matter what it cost me. It didn't matter the opportunity I didn't get or whatever. I don't care. If I give my word, I stay with my word. Yeah. Even if it means that at the end of the day, I might lose my life or lose something that is precious to me. Because I believe my word is my bond. And no matter how tough the situation is, I will keep my word. And sometimes, they say, Aisha, you are too extreme. You are too extreme. Because I am one person who has always said, I do not do label. I am me. And I say it as it is. You will either love me or hate me, and either one is okay. So whatever label you give me, it's okay. And I know Nigeria will be okay. By the grace of God. Finish up now. Loyalty. Your loyalty will be questioned. Sometimes you are loyal, but still they will say to you, you might not, you may be not as loyal as you should be. Remember, for every one of us, there is a moral compass within us. And as long as you know that whatever you're doing, that before you and the Almighty God, or whatever it is that believe in, you are doing the right thing, keep on doing it. Because for those who do not get it, they will go all around and they will come to a place and they will get you. They'll say, oh, so this was it. So I say to every one of us here, please be loyal. Not just loyal to the person, be loyal to the cause. Be loyal to Nigeria. Be loyal to the movement. Stand and say, if my loyalty is tested, where will I be? Will I be on those who stand for what is right? Or will I be on the side of those who chose stomach infrastructure? Or whatever infrastructure that they want to choose? Loyalty. And you know, sometimes loyalty is punished. Yeah. Sometimes, or most times, loyalty is punished. Because you stay on, it is sometimes seen as, oh, we have this one. And so I will say to every one of us here who are aspiring to be leaders, remember, as much as you expect loyalty from your followers, that loyalty up, there should also be loyalty down. For those who follow you, who stand by you, who are with you, be loyal to them. Have their back and say, no matter what, I can't let down those who believe in me. Loyalty is not a one-way channel. It's a two-way channel. And if the people who believe in you, the people who follow you, the people who stand with you, know that you're loyal to them, guess what? They will give you everything. So in some moments, it might cost you some things. Not a surprise is there for everything. But at the end of the day, when you gain the trust of people, the passion of people, you gain everything that they have, they put it in you, you will be better off. I have said before, and I will say again, the 2027 election is going to be a war. And I didn't mix my words when I said that. There was no water in my mouth when I said that. We all are going to be fighting for the soul of Nigeria. And we all are going to be fighting for our lives. And let nobody think as we go onto this journey that it's going to be a walk in the park. No way. It's going to be a fight. And we must be ready to give it our all. We must be ready to say, no matter what, we stand and we fight. Like the houses we say, up and jump. Whatever will happen, let it be. I see people every time who are afraid. We have been turned to citizens who fear in our own country. They've turned us to slaves. We no longer are citizens. I want to say to every one of us here, as we march on to 2027, that we all are citizens. We are not slaves. And the office of citizen is the highest office in the land. And for those of us who will get opportunity, if God so wills, to be in office, we must never forget that indeed the office of a citizen is the highest office in the land. And whatever office that you occupy is the privilege that has been given to you from that office of the citizen. You do not betray them. Loyalty to the citizens is very important. A lot of people who thought 4 years ago that they were untouchable, today they are coming working among citizens, begging citizens. And by the time we get into campaigns, you will see more of them. All they needed to do was to be loyal to the citizens, and they would have had a walk in the park. So learn. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. But nobody ever says you have to experience it for you to learn from it. For those who have failed, learn from them. Since entering politics in January, one of the things I've also heard repeatedly being said to me is that, Aisha, you are an activist. You're just coming in. We've been doing politics for 30 years. Some have told me they've been doing politics for 40 years. And I always say to them, I also have experience of watching politicians fail Nigeria for 40 years. So if we sit at the table and we share the experiences that you have of running for office and I have of seeing those fail Nigeria, then we will come to a common ground that works all for Nigeria. I will soon round up, but I'm going to say something for our leaders that are here. Remember something, 2027 is going to be a war. It's not a war that money can win. It's not a war that it's money that will defeat you. Because I tell you, there are some people who have hijacked the purse of the nation and they have opened it and they are ready to spend it no matter how they want to spend it because they fear no repercussion. If you bring 1,000 naira down, they'll bring $1,000 down. They have borrowed, and borrowed again. They have borrowed the kind of money that the next 100 years probably our descendants will be paying those monies. And so what do we need? We cannot outspend them, but we can outpassion them. How do you outpassion those people who have taken over this country? Is by ensuring that the candidates that you feel are the candidates with competence, character, capacity, candidates that are courageous, candidates that have passion, candidates that will stand for Nigeria, candidates that are patriotic, candidates that have been there all this while, that have never left this country, that the people can see and relate to. It's not about the candidates that you feel the old politicians want to see. No. Yeah. So until we get to that place, and this is a direct message to my party, the Nigeria Democratic Congress, when you sit down and we do those primaries, let's give room for people with competence, character, capacity. Let's give room to young people. Let's give room to women. Let's give room to adult men. Let's give room to people living with disability. Let's give room to competence. Let's give room for people that will inspire the people on the street. As much as we say we want consensus, citizens should sit together and come together and pick a person, but it must not be the basis of how deep your pocket is. Because the world we are going for is not about your pocket. The world we are going for is not about who you know. The world we are going for is about those that can inspire Nigeria, those that are on the strike, those that can stand and fight for our vote, those that can defend our vote, and those that will say, if the goal knows, we go on. And I say all this today with all sense of responsibility. If we do not have those people, the step where you see our principles, as much as we're fighting for our principles, our main principles, okay, Obi and Kwankwaso, the citizens that are there that cannot see up to them must also see Obis and Kwankwasos in their respective roles, so they can fight for them. This is not about money. This is not about the time that people who have fought will not win the election for us. It is the new politics that will win the election. Greater NDC members. Thank you.
You say this woman. Everybody say this woman. There is a song way back. He said, you feel it. It's electric. That's it. Okay, we are going straight to the panel, to the interactive session. And please, we are going to actually narrow it down to our aspirants. So we are giving them preferential right of first refusal to ask questions. They are going to ask just anything. Now, even if you want to ask about the party national leader representative, Honorable Abdul Mumin is seated. You can ask him about the vision, you can ask him about the ideology. Then you can ask Dr. Sam Aladi. Just your questions. The aspirants. Now. Yeah. Ask your questions. Target Dr. Sam Aladi first. So that he can go. He needs to hit another conference. Please. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. My national coordinator, my name is Baris Mukele Kiko. I'm pastor of Aspirant. The last speaker, said it. My question goes to the parties, it's an question. I'm very good on what you have said. Because I know, and some of us, legal structure, some of us are consistent. Talking about the visions and aspirations of our principle. Like she just said, she just committed the peace in her constituency to the EU. I know presently there's something going on. It's not about money, the party should be made to know that the ticket of the party is not about money. People with credibility, people that will be consistent. Why she was vibrating, she forgot to also to make a comment. She forgot to also let them know the number of times we had theaters. Particularly the last one we held, talking about the electoral act, talking about the electoral transition of votes in this country. You know. So the question goes to the party. And the party, what are they doing to ensure that the money bags will not come around and throw money to the national officers of the party to hijack the candidacy of the various constituencies, particularly where probably the biggest members are so much contributed to the sources of destruction and have capacity. It's not about, we also have a problem with bigger members that have the capacity. It's not about money, all of us have money to invest in our election. What I'm saying is that we know how politics work in Nigeria. We know how politicians are stainless. And I know that the majority of them are around the various constituencies. So what is the party doing to reject that temptation of banana peels to the members of the NDC of the party to hijack the candidacy at the various levels of aspiration? Thank you.
Just like I said, Dr. Sam Aladi is rushing out. Just maybe let's have a specific question for him. He's here now. But after taking this question, he will go. So, sir, your questions will be entertained. Okay, sir. Introduce yourself.
I'm Miracle, an aspirant from Kwankwaso, the CRPU, in the Port of Maran, and constituency. I want to ask a very vital question. You know, sir, I listened to your speech You spoke very well, very transparent. Before we had this crowd in NDC, some of us were like, I want to stop you now. I was in NDC. I woke up one day, I had a dream. So I moved to NDC. I'm not anything about NDC. I called my friend and said, "Do you know any party called NDC?" He said, "Yes, there's a party called NDC." I opened it, and that day I went to the National Secretariat. I met just 2 or 3 persons. We talked, we discussed. My question was like this. Since the invention of this new movement, most of us are when this movement have not come to this level, have been ignored. My question is, what is the way forward? We can be transparent in picking the consensus candidate. Will it not be based on your financial pocket? And lastly, how are they monitoring the state chairman? Allow me to talk, please. We're coming from somewhere. How are they monitoring the state chairman? Some of our state chairmen have been bought over by their government. Some of the state chairmen have been bought over by some candidates. I'm not ready to fight my state chairman. I'm ready to see this speech today touch my heart. I'm ready to step down for any candidate that is capable and have the capacity. What we want is a new Nigeria. Sir, I'm ready to step down for any candidate that has the capacity through transparency to work and to win the election in my state. So I want to say lastly, I want to address this issue of being bought over. Even now, I cannot even talk to my national secretary anymore. Before I call your speech, then the movement has not come. But now to talk to him is a problem. Sorry, sir, address it. Because without address it, there will be a crack. There will be court cases. There will be legal litigation. God bless you, sir. Celebration.
Please give it to our daddy here with the Kwankwaso card. They want to direct the question to
The young man, please. There's no
Sir, please. Your question should be straight to the point. Thank you, sir.
My name is Maz Nnamdi. As an experienced politician, as an administrator of how do you think the NDC will do everything possible to ensure that those who were already in NDC will not feel left or abandoned, and those who are coming in with the obedient and the Kwankwaso movement into NDC will not feel more important than those who were already here building? Giving the example of our Lord Jesus Christ, when he went about bringing in people to be part of building in his father's house, some were aggrieved that, oh, how come you are allotting the same thing you are giving to us, to these people who are just coming in now? What was the answer? How do you think the leadership of NDC will ensure that administratively they address the concerns of all members of the party? Thank you much.
That's right. I think it's a question. Well, I know you still go for the question. No, my answer will answer that question. Look, on a serious note, this is a challenge. I'm not an experienced politician, but I'm an experienced human being. An experienced human being, I know there's always problem. I know that if you're able to if you're able to share you are taught in conflict management, that you should expand the pie. Then you might discover that someone who is fighting 2 people are fighting over a bottle of coke. One wants the coke bottle, the other wants the content. So you can ask them to do the content and give this man the bottle that we prefer. Seriously, yesterday I was everywhere because I think that's one of the states. Those are the states with the candidates, and they don't want to meet you. What the secretary, I said, don't do anything. Because I will be on air and I will like to do I'm sorry you do. Instead of make mistake, I will go to court or anything.
come to and successfully agreed that you should not, when you're in opposition, to all opposition, your responsibility is to do everything right. Because you have no friend in the court or in INEC. In a top one, institutions are captured. So you don't start winning the people by making errors or create opportunity for them to be victim. Your first radicalism is to keep your house money. Then you fight to collect your rights. Then you fight to organize a conspiracy against you. But if you first start create opportunity for sympathy for you, for help, where your enemy will not help you, you are not a good citizen. So the first thing is that the party has to move in a way that does not give opportunity for them to not depend on INEC advising you, INEC will keep into the affairs. So that's the point. So that's people who are there, somebody who gets to someone from my local notification and say, well, again, before this became, I said, how much? How much? I mean, we're talking about March. To say, honestly, there should be no thing like old and new. In the research, that's 2 months. That's 2 months. That's not, I'm not saying anyone should be neglected. Listen, it's always a difficulty for me to close to election. Because people focus on nomination. And so they're always something that the party is supposed to is the bits of fight some nomination. In multiple parties, there are strategies to win an election. There are people who only speak when in America, Europe, France, you guys are all traveling there. You see people, the guys who took Obama to Aspirant. They are not running for office. They are only students. They are guys who sit there and plot how government will. And not several electoral people. They never put the trust on the government. There are those who are party managers. They manage parties. They don't want to have election. They don't want election for 100 years. Their job is to manage. And like those who don't even know the party system, but they're going to an election. They are actually up and wrong because they are credible. Maybe they have the electoral service there.